Alright guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, you are most welcome. My name is Chinyere. My channel's name is Chifren Jonah, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A section today. A subscriber, Danica Kursi, she asked me a trailer load of questions about my stay, my personal life, and blah 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 in this part of the world, Saudi Arabia. So I decided to throw it open, to everyone, to give everyone a chance to ask their questions. And trust me, I got so many questions, more than I expected. So right now, we are going directly into the question. Meanwhile, I'm also a Nigerian, a mom vlogger in Saudi Arabia with my family. All right, so let's get straight into the Q&A. All right, so let's go on with the questions. Taking Danica's courses question first, and she asked, is it forbidden to film in Saudi Arabia? If yes, how do you cope? Basically, it is not allowed because you need a total permission of the person you are going to be photographing. Yes, for you to photograph the person. If you take a photo shot of a person without the person's permission, it's going to attract a fine of 1,000 riyal. That is $266. Yes, 1,000 riyal is 100,000. Second question, must every woman cover their face? I was thinking it's only their hair. Not every woman, no. It is traditionally for the Saudi people to cover their face, but for we strangers or foreigners, no. As you see, I go out, I don't cover my face. You talked about having your last prayers between 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Is it compulsory to attend the prayers? No. It is not compulsory. Nobody is mandating foreigners with foreign religion to attend prayers. Yeah. Okay, the second person, Kati Chooks. Why is it that you don't get to see some of the food we eat in Nigeria over there in Saudi Arabia? Well, I could say it's simply because there are less, in fact, there are, like in my region where I'm currently staying, no Nigerians here. So if you are doing the business, or if I'm to take up the business, I can't bring in a business that you bring in and you'll be consuming it alone. You won't see buyers. Nobody would buy it from you. But in the bigger cities like Jeddah, Riyadh, you might find many Nigerians there. So certainly they will have vendors for Nigerian food or recipes. Yes. Okay, so is Saudi Arabian currency higher than that of Nigerian? That's Nigerian naira. Yes, of course. 1 riyal, it costs 101 naira, and 10 riyal equals 10,000 naira. That's 10,000 plus Nigerian naira. So it's much more higher. What advice would you give to someone, especially Nigerians who wants to live in Saudi Arabia? Well, this is a beautiful place to live. Saudi Arabia is super good. It's a calm place. It's a place you stay without having to worry about securities and all the blah 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 that is prevalent in Nigeria. Yeah. What are the good things about staying in Saudi Arabia? What is life like in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, Jeddah is ranked among the 3 safest places in the world. Yes, because the crime rate here is very low, and thanks to their government that is making a huge effort in supporting their healthcare systems and infrastructural development, they make sure that every of their citizens is fine. Yes, your last question, are schools expensive over there, and how easy is it to get admission into any school there? Well, schools are expensive here, especially the international schools. Yes, British schools are very much expensive. Let's compare grade 10 here, they pay as much as 3,977 Saudi riyals. That is almost 4 million Nigerian naira. That is for JSS class. That's grade 9 in Nigeria, JSS 1 to JSS 3. So it's quite more expensive. Ima or Lauren, are you making plans to relocate to another city where there is more Nkane people to socialize with? Well, I don't want to move to a different city in Saudi Arabia from my current location. I would have loved to, but no. I had Kati Choose. Must everyone in Saudi Arabia always dress the way they dress, even though you are not one of them? Well, it is official that you dress modestly in this part of the world and you cover your hair properly. You wear a cloth, the longer abaya or hijab, you cover properly. Yeah. If his success, what is your plan concerning your son's education? Is he studying in Saudi Arabia? What is education like? I've talked about what education is like in Saudi Arabia here. Meanwhile, education is free for all the Saudi citizens. Yes, government provide free education to them. But then my son is not studying here. I am his teacher. I am his mom. I am his cook. I am his everything. Danica Kosi again, tell us how it feels to live over there. Are you all forced to go to mosque? No, no. Nobody is forcing anyone to go to mosque here. Ima or Lauren, any Pentecostal churches in Saudi Arabia? Just asking because I haven't heard any pastor traveling there for a crusade. No Pentecostal churches here. Yes, there are no churches in Saudi Arabia. Are you still a Christian? Please don't get offended. I'm not offended, sis. I requested for these questions. I am still a bona fide Christian, a Catholic. Yes. Helen's Corner, is it punishable by law to wear hijab in Saudi Arabia? Well, Helen, like I've just responded, that Saudi Arabian dress code requires women to dress modestly, to wear the long abaya or, hijab to cover properly. This is their law here. Our next question from Sweetest Lolo. How do you cope in terms of social interaction? And did you manage to learn the language? How about your family members? Well, in terms of social interaction, it's a difficult thing for me because I don't get to interact with the outside world because I'm not working. So it makes it so hard for me to have interaction outside of my home. It is a difficult thing. But then you are my family. That is why I drive joy when I read your comments, when you subscribe to my channel and you hit the like button. Yeah, so I read comments, I interact with you guys here on YouTube and all the social medias. That is how I get social interaction outside of this, my home. And this young man, Canaan man, are women truly free to interact with their folks in KSA, that's Saudi Arabia? Do you ever have churches and nightclubs? Well, women here, they can interact with their folks. Yeah, women folks, but their male folks, no. It is not allowed. You can't see man and women. You can't see men and women interacting publicly. No. It's not allowed. Nightclub in Saudi Arabia. Yes. There is one nightclub, or there was one nightclub. Halala's a nightclub. It's a white club anyway. Unfortunately, that very club was closed the same night it was being opened by the government of Saudi Arabia. So it's as good as saying there is no nightclub. Your last question. What about racism? Do they discriminate against colored people? What's the crime rate? I've talked about crime rates here. Yes, that Saudi Arabia is ranked 3 among the safest places to stay. And racism is something that is in existence in every society. Yes, it exists everywhere. And if you want to learn more about racism in Saudi Arabia or discrimination against black or color, check Google. Yes, I do not have the exact answer, being that I don't get to interact with people outside world. Yes. Sorry, I forgot to answer one of your questions that you asked about language. If I have learned the language, sorry, I cannot learn a language that I don't use. If I was working, going out to meet with people, I could. So basically, I've learned a little bit on how to ask how much, cam stash. Is it cam stash or cam? These are just kefahalas. But who am I speaking it to? Nobody, except when I go to buy something, I'll just say cam. That's all I know. I would have loved to, because I like to learn people's language. I speak Hausa, I speak a little bit of Yoruba. I definitely love learning people's language, especially when you get to interact with the people. It makes it easier for you to learn and form too. Njideka Okuchuku, what is housing and food like over there? Well, compared to the currency valuation here, a 1-bedroom flat is from 700 to 1,500 riyals, depending on your location. If you stay in the bigger city like the city of Jeddah, it will be very expensive. yes, maybe a one bedroom flat should be like 1,500 reals, but people like, but locations such like the region where we are, current place where I'm staying, I pay 800 in a month, 800 to 1,000 in a month. So location matters. Evangel Anyanwu, what is their major form of recreation? How do they relax when needed? Well, the major form of recreation here is by going to the shopping malls, hospital. For me, we go to the hospital, going to shop. These are just the two major form of recreation. Any other, I don't know. If Ichuku, how do you cope with not having friends or other Nigerians in your area? It's really baffling. It's not something to be reckoned about or to write home about. It's killing, but I'm managing. Having you here, supporting me on my channel, clicking on the like button and dropping your comments makes me happy. Has any of your siblings or in-laws visited? None has visited Saudi Arabia. How do you keep up with your Christian faith if you are not permitted to do church or meeting? Well, I pray whenever I wake up before going to bed, and what we call ejaculatory prayers in Catholic. We can pray even right here that I'm recording this video. Something might happen, I might shout Jesus and pray, Jesus have mercy. This is how I carry on. And I have my Bible app in my phone that I'm using to recording right now. I read that. Okay, Ngozi blessings. Do you see moving in the nearest future? What advice would you give to anyone living in a foreign land, especially one with restrictions? Yes, I see myself living here in the nearest future. Obiara biagala, eba no wabugo wedayo. Well, if you live in a country where there is restriction, I want to say that in every country there is always a law or rules and regulations guiding them, and if you want to stay safe in that society, you need to abide. You need to be a law-abiding foreigner or citizen. Yes, even if you are the citizen of the country. So even if you are the citizen of the country, there are rules that you must abide by. So to stay safe in any way, keep to the rules. Don't go contrary to the established norms. In that way, you are good to go. Sandra Lucy Oga, what can someone buy cheap in Saudi Arabia? Yes, when you come to Saudi Arabia, think of dates. The local dates that Hausa people sell. They have them in large quantities here. Spices everywhere. Perfumes, oud perfume or something. They have perfumes, Think about camel milk, camel soap, camel whatever you can think of. These are the things you can buy cheap here. Yes. The jewelries that are made from Saudi Arabia, they are cheaper compared to the ones that are made from India and all other countries. Yes, how do you get or sort for Nigerian food over here? No way, oh, my sister. I don't get to have them. It does not exist here. It means it does not exist. No single Nigerian recipes in my location. Some people might be lucky to have it. Anka and Osike, what are the dons and do's in Saudi Arabia? Do you learn Arabic? I started today. Anka is my German friend. Well, talking about the rules and regulations here, there will be so much if I start listening them out. Yes, Anka, I promise you in my next 2 or 3 videos, this will be the topic I have to discuss. I am not learning Arabic. I am not learning a bit that I don't get to interact with people here. Irene Rose, when did you travel to Saudi Arabia? Precisely December 2018. How long do you intend to stay there? Well, when I came here, I planned spending just 4 months here. Unfortunately, I am already 28 months gone in Saudi Arabia. Man proposes, but God disposes. Thanks to God Almighty. You see, I'm praying already. How is life over there? How is schooling? School fees for kids? I think I've talked about school. Life here is generally beautiful. You are safe. The security is top notch. Yes, the roads are motorable, social amenities, the light, they don't go off. No down NEPA, no up NEPA. There is water, despite that it's desert area. So this place is good. School for kids, school fees for kids. Arabic schools are basically free. Schools are basically free for Saudi indigents, but for foreigners, some of them tend to attend international schools, of which in my region, there are no international schools, except for one Arabic school here. Yeah, and there are open markets / area markets there. How are their women? My sister, there is no open market here. Just like one day, I thought my husband was taking me to an open market. Unfortunately, I did a video on that. Now, what we saw there was a different ball game. I was disappointed anyway. Not what I expected. You know, how are their women? Their women are fine. Their women are like eggs. You know, the way they carry them here. Aqua. I envy them because they don't get to do much. A lot of them don't work, but they have everything at their disposal. So Uzo and why Saudi of all places? Saudi Arabia is one of the countries of the world, just like Nigeria, England, anywhere. So that's why I'm here, because it's one of the countries. How is life in general over there? I think I've responded to this. It's super good, just that restriction. We don't have social life here because it's somehow restricted. You don't get to interact, to socialize with people, just like I've mentioned. No parties and all them stuff. So it's not basically funny not having a social life. Do they have malls and eateries? They have malls, they have eateries. Any African stores, that's in Jeddah and Riyadh. It's not here. The last question from Augusta OGK. What are the negative and positive aspects of you keeping your son indoors in the last 3 years? My sister, it's not really funny, you know. It's definitely not funny. Yes, it's hard, but we are coping by God's grace, you know. And me too, it's not easy for me, but what can I say? Like I've just said, I am a mom to my son, I am a teacher to my son, I am everything, a playmate to my son. So it has not been easy, but to God be the glory. Yes, having you all here, always stopping by to watch my content, is a lot more to be happy about. I found a new life, and I've been able to discover that anywhere you are, no matter the location, no matter the situation, you can do something from that closet, from that point where you are. Even in the prison, I've seen someone who wrote a book, why serving a prison term. That got me motivated. I saw that here in Saudi Arabia, to be frank. So, and he does not even have a smartphone. He used ordinary Nokia phone to write a book. Oh my goodness. So you can do a lot from whichever angle. Neka, thank you for this question. I really appreciate, and I appreciate all of you who ask questions. Let's get more interacted on the comment section. I love reading your questions. Sorry, I love reading your comments. And do not forget to like this video. Ask me more questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel, please. All right, see you again in my next video. Bye.